Hello everybody, and welcome back to Vanilla Garden of Judgment. Nobody's died yet, but that's not gonna stick, I can guarantee it. So without further ado, let's just get on with it. Maybe someone will die this time, though I doubt it. It's still a bit too early for that kind of thing. We were seen off by the two women as we walked further into the castle. Lilith was giving cheek as usual. Was she actually mad? What a pain. Well, it wasn't a stretch for her to be. After all, she had been half forced to look after me. Oh yeah, woe was her. After this, she'll have to wash 4 pairs of clothes. Now, I guess she could be doing it by hand, considering this is a castle. So maybe it is a bit more of a bother than I make it out to be. But still, this time of day was afternoon. It was around the time people would generally sample sweets while sipping tea. I feel a pang of guilt for having interrupted her precious tea time. What? I'll just run my mouth. I'll give you a proper tour. Okay, I was about to say some shit about fucking tea time. That's not integral. While Lilith had a sharp tongue, I felt like I had a glimpse of her inner kindness to give me the tour one way or another. It was a little charming. Yippee. I will say that the music is pretty good. Here's the shower room. Go and do something about that mud. It's filthy. Lilith said this and roughly pulled the curtain aside. Thinking it wouldn't do to keep her waiting, I got into the shower of haste. The mud on my person was matted and didn't come off too easily. On my person. I don't hear that phrase used a lot. I was in a forest before I came here. I've been running around that forest that was dark as darkness itself. I ran, fell, and had gotten covered in filth. As if I had been running away from something. Why? I had no memories. I couldn't recall a thing. What had I feared? What had me in such a hurry? The mud on my body had already dried completely. Cleaning it was a difficult task, even when using a brush to scratch it. That's right. It was mud for a fact. It was lukewarm, filthy, and dripping. I had tripped in the mud and that's why I was covered in it. That's all there was to it. That should have been it, but why was I thinking something like this about the filth of my body? It resembled blood. It looked as if I had been bathed in blood. Seeing myself like this, something awful came to mind, but only for a second. Had I killed someone? I feel like you're making a jump here. Was that why I was contaminated even underneath my fingernails? I would say it's a jump, but chances are you did kill someone. There's like 5 Sharon characters who haven't killed anyone. And chances are they're dead. Killed? Who? I decided to stop such a foolish train of thought. I was surely imagining things. How long had I been in the shower? Lilith called to me impatiently. Hey, how long are you gonna keep me standing here? Did you pass out or something? Whatever. Get it done. Hopefully we don't have no heating bill. Lilith breathed an exasperated sigh outside his shower curtain. Well, excuse me, princess. When I stepped from the shower, the towel and change of clothes was already prepared for me. I dried myself with the towel and put on my clothes before leaving the shower room. Lilith sat on the sofa, a bored expression on her face. It seemed I had left her waiting a long time. Now you know what a shower room is, right? The toilet's next door. We don't really have a scheduled time for showers. Why don't you shower when you like? Ah, but you're a man. You better make sure no one's inside before going in. Got it? If you don't, I'm not taking responsibility for what happens. Well, hopefully everyone in this place has the decency to knock, or just lock your door. Although I guess, if you three have been living here since who knows when, I guess you'd be comfortable with each other. Even so, you'd probably lock your damn doors, right? I've lived with people my whole life and I still lock my damn doors. Lilith's bluntness washed away the feeling of solitude that had come over me in the shower. That's how it should be. She should continue dispelling my worries, just by being her usual self. I managed to remain calm, even with strange thoughts rolling around my brain. This wasn't good. Keep it cool. If I lost it here, I'd likely lose it all. I'd not only lose my reason to live, but also my value being here. What value do you have, man? Here, specifically? Don't overestimate yourself. I had to listen to Lilith's guidance, that she was desperately not wanting to. This is the cafeteria. The kitchen's next door. Most of us don't go into the kitchen besides Sawyer. I'm clumsy, so I just cause problems. So, I'm in charge of eating. Of eating? The cafeteria. It wasn't as large as expected, but it was built off the warmth of a cafe. Drinking tea would surely calm the soul. This is the library. Sima. I should just turn on actual voices to get to pronounce the words right. But I'm not going to. I don't know the details. The library. There weren't many books available, but it was just the right place to write something. Come to think of it, Sima said she wrote as a hobby. What kind of stories did she write here? When I had the opportunity, I want to ask. And this is the garden. You should have passed it coming here, so you probably have already seen it through. Steven takes care of the flowers here sometimes. Apparently. I'm not really a fan of flowers, so I don't really care. The garden. There were a number of dying plants in the flower bed. According to Lilith, Seymour was caring for some of them. But even the flower plants had yet to bloom. Was the ground sterile? I was just going to say gloom. Pretty much plants with the zombies. However, according to that logic, the garden where I met the girl in white wouldn't have existed in the first place. Was that place special, or was there something else at play? Oh yeah, no, totally. Magic fucking Batman girl, I don't know what she's doing, she disappears. There's a terrace above these stairs. A terrace. Never seen that thing in real life, but I've seen the word. The view up there is... I probably have seen it in real life, just never recognized it by name. What the fuck am I saying? Dumbass. The view up there is gorgeous, but I think everyone thinks it's a pain to go all the way, so no one really goes. If you want to exercise, why not go and see? There's lots of stairs, so you tire yourself out though. I guess that's the point of exercise. The terrace. Most likely it's the highest point in the castle. One could likely get a bird's eye view of the entire area. Despite the long climb, I thought it might be worth a try going up. Someone's gonna throw themselves off there eventually. Calling it. Someone's gonna jump off that goddamn roof. Back off. And lastly, this is your room. It's your freedom to clean and to leave it messy. Just do whatever you want with it. The room that was prepared for me was more than I deserved. The room was large and pristine. Had someone been keeping it clean before I arrived? To be fair, it could have just been empty and no one gave a shit and just left it that way. And, by the way, I'm rooming next door. Try and think weird at night and you'll be getting the back of this hand. I see. I realized the girl to be my surveillance. Just lock your door, tell the main character here, not her. I'm sure just shut up, man. I can understand not being able to predict what a complete stranger and male could do after intruding on your living space. I felt ashamed to have to be watched, but it wasn't unreasonable. I had to make sure I made no mistakes around the other residents. And to be fair, you just got here. Shouldn't be so cynical. I shouldn't. I pretty much explained everything by now, I think. You good? You can do whatever you want till it's dinner time. Thanks. Okie dokie. It's not like it... God damn it, this dialogue. I just did it because everyone asked me to. Was she tsundere or what? I retorted in my thoughts. If I told her this directly, I might have gotten punched. Anyway, she was a bit too malicious to be tsundere, I thought. I thanked Lilith for the broad introduction and left. I wanted to rest. Thinking that, I searched for a place to sit and relax and came out of the cafeteria. There, Soyo sat sipping on tea. Ah, Blanca. You came at just the right time. I just finished brewing the tea. Would you like to join me? If it's not a problem. I have a strange feeling that it doesn't matter what I choose. Yes, go ahead. For today's sweets, I tried baking cookies. I hope it's to your taste. What monster would hate cookies? Is that glass translucent? When the cup I was given approached my mouth, a sweet smell of peaches reached my nose. Maybe thumbnail, maybe not, who knows? Sitting like this and sipping tea caused a feeling of nostalgia to rise to the surface. I could have drunk tea like this with someone in the past. Someone. I couldn't think of anyone, but yeah. At one point in time, the tea had smelled even sweeter. This is peach tea. Seema absolutely loves it. Lilith, however, hates tea and will only eat the sweets. That's funny. It's thanks to those two that I can enjoy my days here. Is it alright for me to be this happy? This comes to mind quite often. Soyo smiled a lonely smile and began her story. Seema and Lilith had already been here by the time I came. As a result, even if I'm the oldest, I'm the newest to the castle. Those two were kind to me when I didn't know anything. I'm truly grateful. As I saw it, the only three people in this castle were Seema, Lilith, and Soyo. Soyo came later. Then Seema and Lilith must have been living here earlier. Anyway, just what was this place? Who built this castle? Can those two have done it? Built such an impressive structure all by themselves? No way. That's not possible. Yeah, you're probably damn right. I don't think you even need to question that. The girls must have moved into the castle that had been built previously. It must have been for that reason the area looked like a long-forgotten city. I don't even know why that was your train of thought. I don't go to someone's house and think, did you build this place? Because chances are they didn't. Unless I'm like in the Midwest or something, in which case that rises to about maybe a 20% chance. So please rest at ease, Blanco. You must be confused because of your amnesia, but you'll be fine. You should be able to remember gradually in these beautiful surroundings. Come to think of it, Blanco, have you yet to remember anything? Soyo stirred her tea and asked cheerfully, I may or may not have murdered someone. To tell you the truth, when I came here, there was one thing I could remember. That one thing was my name. My true name is Kazumi. Someone that could gently encompass others like a breeze. That was what was wanted for me when I was named, it seems. That's all I could remember. Do you remember anything else since, or her true name? I heard those words and was suddenly taken into reality. Did I have a name? A name that I had once been called by someone out there? Isn't it lovely that there are names given with a wish? It's said that humans grow up to be the person that the name implies. How mysterious. I'd hate to be a Dickinson. I would like to hear your true name someday, as well. That is if you can remember somehow. Shut up, Faye. That's a Faye kind of thing to say. I'm not confident that'll happen. That is okay. Everyone here started like you. You will remember one way or another. My past. I see it in dreams. Every day since coming here, you will remember who you are, gradually, as you live here. That is why I consider you gain everything back for sure, unless I die first. I wonder just where we are and what kind of place it is. I can't say for certain what's happening. I mean, if you really care about leaving that much, you can just go outside, pick a direction, start walking. You'll probably die, though. Before I realized it, I was lost in a very dark forest. I eventually came upon this place. Were you not the same, Blanco? I see. I was the same as the rest of the girls. Plagued by amnesia, we were all lost in the forest before making it here. The only reason the girls were all calm was because they remembered everything there was to remember. That is why they could remain sane. They weren't as flustered as I was. That is if it was truly possible for one's memories to return to them in their dreams. My, it's this time already. I've talked for far too long. My apologies. I will go make the preparations for dinner. No, I'm sorry to cut our conversation short. If you'd like someone to talk to, I believe Seema was still looking after the flowers. Lilith comes and goes as she pleases, so I'm not sure of her whereabouts. Sawyer said that she'd prepare dinner. I wasn't particularly good with my hands. That fact was sunken into my body, so I knew if I were to help her, it would only cause trouble. That's, I've never had a good time myself cooking with more than one person in the kitchen. I was gonna say I can cook, but what if I made it besides spaghetti, hamburgers, potatoes? That's about it. That's the extent. Thinking I shouldn't get in the way, I left. See you later, Gordon Ramsay. No, Blanco. What's the matter? When I came to the garden, Seema was looking after the flowers like Sawyer had said. Seema saw me and smiled at me happily. Did you come to help me? It's too bad, but I don't really got any work for boys. Sorry. What you doing? This flower's a gardenia. I was just watering it. Still budding, though. If you don't water it often, it'll dry up straight away. Of no material. Did you know? They say gardenias grow in heaven. It's a flower that brings joy and blessings. Isn't that great? All the flowers in the garden need to be taken care of to keep on living. That's why I'm spending a lot of time taking care of them. For some reason, they're all wilting, though. Is it the earth here? As I thought, the vegetation here wilted easily. The earth could very well be sterile. I mean, considering I'm assuming this takes place in some European setting, just a guess, a lot of shit happens. So, I guess since a castle, salted earth is not particularly rare. What? Why still planting flowers then? I wonder why. Truth is, I don't really know either. I didn't really have any hobbies until I came here. You know how we don't have anything to do here? That's why I thought I'd do this. Yeah, not for any special reason. Isn't it weird? Not, is it? Thanks. Lilith makes fun of me for it all the time, though. She's all, why are you looking after these birds that will wilt in no time? I thought the same thing. Oh, I thought the same. I don't know who's talking at times. Why would someone try to plant flowers on stale ground? Normally nobody would do this. Then why was she trying her hardest to take care of the flowers? Despite this, I didn't ask her anything. It wasn't good to ask about the person's intentions in this case, because it wasn't possible to put those feelings into words. Also, you have nothing else to do. Like, my god, you gonna, have a dirt sampling contest? Large deposit of clay here. Soyo also works hard on cooking our meals, and she makes us tea and snacks at 3. That's why she's probably busy. She doesn't have time to look at the flowers. But you know, sometimes she reads. Oh, yeah, no, wait, you do have hobbies other than that. You write books. She reads my stories while she drinks her tea. That gets me so happy. Alright. Writing stories is my specialty. Actually, I guess it's not my specialty. It's kind of a hobby, I guess. You interested, Blanco? I have some in the library, so you can give them a read sometime. Artists never tell a story with words. Rather, everything they say is between the lines. I believe Seema to be one of those people. I knew nothing at the time. But one day, I might just learn what's going on in Seema's mind. This better not just end up being a dating sim. I expect murder! Do you have any strange hobbies, Blanco? It's just a guess, but you seem like you'd like books since you're quiet. Hyphen, are you the literary type? No, sorry. You don't remember anything, right? It'd be nice if you could go out to get your memories back. Yeah. If there's anything I could do, just let me know, okay? You'll be fine. Don't sweat things. Seema's kind smile was a breath of fresh air. Thinking it wrong to keep her for too long, I left. And it's you again. Just, you know, got choose the thumbnail. I guess if I really want that, I could just go to the fucking CGs in the menu, but I'm too lazy. So, why are you here? What is it? You like me that much, is it? You a stalker or something? It's day one, bitch! Shut the fuck up! The reason was that I had some time till dinner was ready. I ended up coming to the library by chance. When I did, Lilith was there. That's all it was. I didn't follow her. Lilith, who was spread out on the sofa, didn't seem to fit the library's atmosphere. Lilith suddenly burst into laughter, seeing my tired expression. Come on, get up on that dumb expression. Seriously, what's with that face? Just think about it makes me laugh. When you got there this morning, I saw you all teary-eyed at the door too. Oh yeah! He should have been all stoic, Mr. Lost his memory and can't remember a damn thing. Brought to a strange castle after wandering in the woods. Aren't you a stoic knight? That's mean, bitch. Sorry, I'll stop laughing. Don't be mad. Phew. Okay, I'm calm. Lilith likely wasn't being malicious, though there certainly would be people bothered by a condescending attitude. Me! I still owed her for showing me around the castle, so I didn't say anything. I ignored Lilith, who had rolled over laughing and sat on the sofa across from her. Well, she's entertained easily, at least that. But that's... Did you talk to Seema and Soyo? Kinda looked like it came in because you didn't have anything to do. Yeah. Okay. Don't really care, though. Did you want to ask me something? If it's something I know, I might just be able to give you an answer. That seems like a weird thing to ask. And if it really was, you'd find out eventually. It's not like she'd know. Who knows? I don't know either. I don't think this is heaven, though. Maybe it wasn't that stupid of a question to ask, then. Really? Why are we here? Although I did actually, the thought did cross my mind briefly. Is this some sort of afterlife bullshit? Because, if I'm not mistaken, you know, the game before... This game, Cloud of Stella, released in the same year, but the game right before that, if I'm not mistaken, was Cradle of Ruin. Which wasn't afterlife, it was more like before life. Or during extremely early life. I'm not gonna get into that fucking debate. Really, why are we here? None of you are trying to get into the heart of the matter, because I just got here. And also, I think we're being kept here without knowing anything, no shit. I'm gonna say it straight and tell you I'm tired of it all. Living here, you know? I mean, there's nothing here. Nothing fun, nothing that makes me happy, there's just nothing. Really only sadness here. That's what my dreams tell me at every night. I did something bad, so this must be my punishment. Such a terrible punishment. Living at an Airbnb for the rest of your days. Since it's already is a therapy session, I get nightmares. Can't describe it any other way. Sawyer was able to be carefree about the whole remembering her memories thing. But I only get the bad things in my dreams. It's like seeing all the wrongs I've committed on a daily digest. It couldn't get any worse. You gotta be careful too. You can't wake up even if it's tough. Because it's a dream. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. It's not like I was talking about to help you out or anything. Well, you must be pretty uneasy, right? You brought to this remote place of amnesia. You must be at sea. Anyone would. It's normal to feel that way. Wouldn't be strange if you lost your marbles, right? Lilith spoke maliciously and put people down with ease. Yet somehow, I didn't hold her to the things I would normally have her hated. Yeah, who would go out of their way to casually insult people for no damn reason? Not me. Couldn't it be me? Somehow there was warmth in the smile that sometimes played on her lips, and the care she showed me. Likely Lilith was kinder than she let on. That part don't translate, just to being an asshole part translates. Anyway, where did the name Lilith come from? If I remember correctly, the name was supposed to reference evil spirits that caused harm to both men and boys alike. I said it like Mim. It's an alias, isn't it obvious? It became my name when I got here. We all call each other by nicknames here. What's your name? Why I gotta tell you? That's private. Promise me not to interfere with our past and names. We won't either. Well, it's not really a big deal if the person in question wants to talk about it, but my name is... I don't really want to talk about it. When I brought up the topic of names, Lilith began to brood. She might not have wanted it known. I thought to avoid bringing up the topic again. Maybe the name is beret wearing bitch. I don't know. I decided to change the subject and ask about the girl in white. Would Lilith know anything about the girl that brought me here and disappeared from thin air? A girl? I didn't see anyone. The only person I saw this morning was you. Oh my, you see a ghost or something? You could have gotten cursed before you lost your memories. Wow, poor you. Bitch. Bitch. No joking. Anyway, she brought you here, right? She's not a violent ghost, so no need to worry, right? Nobody knew where we were. We were also apparently shown dreams of our past each night. According to Lilith, these were nightmares. The girl in white called herself Vanilla. The girls here didn't seem to know of her. I could very well possibly been the only one to have seen and spoke with her. Just what was she? Things grew more and more mysterious. Not so mysterious that I can't take a water break. Afterwards, the residents of the castle all had dinner and returned to their individual rooms. I finished what I needed to do before bed and laid down. I need a drink before I record videos. I wanted to sleep already. I was exhausted in mind and body at this point. However, I couldn't calm myself. Was it because I hadn't gathered my thoughts? Or was it anxiety coming from a new place? Or was it my frustration with myself for not being able to remember anything? Thinking exploring the castle would be a good change of scenery, I left my room silently as to not wake anyone up. I remembered Lilith said the view from the terrace was quite nice. I climbed the stairs and headed to the highest point in the castle. Only good things happen on roofs in Sharon games. On the terrace of a calming breeze, she was there. White girl? Thought so. A white-haired girl. I see you've come. The girl in white turned and put on a suspicious smile when she saw me. She then continued to speak as if she was testing me. Is the scenery here not breathtaking? How did you feel taking in the landscape? What do you believe this place to be? I could see a sea of clouds on the terrace. It was as if the sky was glittering in 7 colors, was signaling the end of the world as we knew it. What was this place? The terrace, for one, had the basic area underneath their fingertips, provided no answers. I had yet to grasp even the basics. Here the sky glitters in a palette of colors, enshrouded in never-ending clouds. It is as if we are here in a castle built to pierce the sky. Yes. This world exceeds human understanding. It's probably hell. There's like a 20% chance for it to just be hell. The girl continued to speak as if she was an emotionless doll. The more and more I stared into the girl's green eyes, the less I felt I understood her. Just why did this girl save me? Thanks. There was no need to thank me. I did nothing but fulfill what was required of me. Was she being shy, or did she simply have no interest? I couldn't read the emotions off of the girl who had her eyes turned away from me. Did you speak with the others? The others were likely the 3 girls. Did Vanilla know the girls somehow? You need to be frank with the others as long as you live here. Everyone's pretty nice. Yes, the girls have come to feel comfortable in the months since moving here. Their expressions have become peaceful. So it's been months. I guess, if someone was just stuck here for like 17 years and then another person moved in, maybe you'd be a bit worried. They'd be a bit off. Judging from Vanilla's speech, she knew who the other 3 were, yet Lilith said she didn't know of her. The mysteries grew right and left. There were too many things I couldn't understand. Yes, let me warn you of one thing. I recommend you not to pry into the past of the residents here. They're probably murderers. Do not meddle in others' affairs. Do the others not wish the same thing? I also recommend not following those who are attempting to leave. Caring for others excessively will only cause your destruction. I knew nothing about this girl, yet I felt her words to be the truth. It was important not to pry too much, and stepping too far into someone's private matters wasn't a good idea for either party. It was likely a good idea to listen to what this girl had told me. Also, please remember this one thing. Regardless of what is to happen here, you are free of sin. Nice! Good to know that I am just as perfect as I claim to be. That's gotta be a bragging point. This is an extreme case, however. If someone were to die or disappear, or were to be murdered, the meat of Sharon games. The excessive murder. You're free to do as you please. Is this just gonna end up being really small scale Danganronpa? I feel like this is what this might end up being. Those troubling words suddenly spilled from my lips. I could do as I pleased. I could kill as I pleased. Okay, Vanilla Kuma. Just what was this girl saying? What a disturbing thing to say in such a peaceful place. I felt as if her words had jinxed me. She spoke as if predicting something unpleasant will have to happen in the future. I'd hope as much. Just want to live in peace. Yes, that may be true. You have food, shelter, and an environment prepared for you. You live without any restrictions, you live with order. It was my imagination playing tricks on me. There was no possibility of anything happening. I could only think of living peacefully with such nice people. Stop it. Must have been my imagination. Though, are you not mistaken? There is not only fun to be had here. Do you not see nightmares each night? Dreams of your past? Dreams? Was Vanilla talking about the same dreams Lilith and Sawyer had mentioned? I haven't even been here a whole day yet. Stop talking about the nightmares I've even had. As more and more time passes, you come to recall the many sins you've committed. Okay, so I'm not free of sin. Okay, I'm not perfect. Way to burst my bubble. What was she doing? She spoke only of impossible things, attempting to bewilder me. Or was she trying to tease me? She knew too much. Too much of the workings of this world. Maybe you can kill her. You're right on top of a rooftop. Do you have an interest in me? Yet as I have told you before, there is no need. You are truly hard to convince. You may think of me as a servant. I apologize, but I'm not at liberty to speak any more on the matter. You should rest now. Everyone else will have retired to their beds by now. Vanilla disappeared as soon as she said this. The girl in white, Vanilla. Just what was she? I'm going to try to go through like one of those nightmare sequences, whatever they may be, before I, end this off. I was spending my first night here since coming to this place. Too much had happened, and I hadn't properly processed all the information. I had once heard that humans possessed the going-ons of their day while asleep. Or I thought I had. I was exhausted. I went to bed as soon as I could. Good night. I saw a painting. A dark painting. A dark painting without a single beam of light. Paintings don't emit light, dumbass. The painting had fallen before me. I had been drawing. Perhaps drawing was my hobby. I hadn't been told to do so. I drew of my own volition. But this had not been painted by me. It had been someone else. Someone that wasn't me that had painted this. I knew that person. I had the feeling I knew that person very well. Who was it? Who was calling me? Why did you invite someone like me? I'm negative, I don't smile, and I'm no fun to be around. Well, I always like to hang out with people worse than me. I wonder why. It was probably because I found it fun to talk to her. It was only because I could have so much fun talking about our interests. What was this memory? Everything was messy. Why did I know this person? Fun. Think it's fun to be around me? I got it. I can still be fun to be around then. The girl whispered this and tucked in her chin. I remember that happy face of her didn't leave my head for days. I thought it was a surprise for her to make such an expression. Who was she? And why did she know me? And did I probably kill her? No, I knew her. The girl was very important to me. She was someone I shouldn't forget. Her name was... Why couldn't I remember? She must have been so important to me, and yet I'd forgotten not just her name, but her voice, her face, and everything else. It all grew foggy and distorted. Oh, see. That was a nightmare they mentioned. Light work for a nightmare. I was being shown a nightmare of the past I didn't want to see. I was being shown a fragment of an unchangeable past. Time that I couldn't recover even if I regretted it. A time I couldn't possibly return to and redo. When my eyes opened, the white curtains fluttered. I still lived peacefully with the other girls. Just what was this place? I might have been in heaven or hell. I would say, in case this actually matters, on the off chance that non-read text has an effect. I'll say, considering the shit about sins, a lot of shit about sins, it'd be a stretch to say heaven or hell. Gardena. Like, it's just garden, IA. I need not waste time. Anyway, though, that was more Vanilla Garden of Judgment. I'm probably going to blitz through the rest of this game, not just like in single parts, because I'm gonna be gone from my computer for upwards of about 3 weeks, so I'm gonna need to record a bunch of videos at once. So not that they're all gonna come out around the same time, so it doesn't even really matter if I say it, but whatever. Anyway, though, I'll see you guys next time, and bye.